This is Fox 40 News at 5.
This guy was on a killing rampage. He was driving up and down the street shooting at passerbys and uninvolved residences. He chose the school as a random target.
We begin with breaking news tonight. The Tehama County Sheriff's Department's latest update after another senseless shooting leaves a small community shaken. 5 people, including the gunman, are dead. Thanks for joining us tonight at 5. I'm NIKKI Lorenzo.
And I'm Ty Steele. You heard the assistant sheriff say the suspect, whose name is not being released at this time, shot at several random targets. He went into the elementary school and fired at classrooms. The assistant sheriff said the school lockdown saved many lives.
Let's take a look at where this happened. Authorities say the shooting started in a Rancho Tehama Reserve, a subdivision near Corning. That's between Red Bluff and Chico. They say there were at least seven different shooting scenes, one right outside of a school. One of the victims is a woman. This suspect was previously accused of stabbing. Fox 40's Doug Johnson joining us now live in Tehama County with the latest. Doug.
Well, Nikki, this whole community is really in shock here tonight. All of the people that we talked to said they never thought something like this would happen here.
People died here today, folks. This is a very tragic event for all of us. There are children involved. It's an emotional thing, but here's the nuts and bolts are that we are law enforcement. This is what we do, and we're going to do our job.
Tehama County Assistant Sheriff Phil Johnson happened to be one of many law enforcement officers who responded to the shooting spree in this quiet part of his county.
You know, I don't know if he was deceased at the time or shortly thereafter, but there was definitely a hell of gunfire.
Sharon, who didn't want to give her last name, says the suspect in Tuesday's shooting was shot and killed by officers in front of her home on Rancho Tehama Road.
My son was on the phone telling me, and I'm like, yeah, I can see him. He's right there. The gunfire started, and it lasted several minutes. There was a lot of gunfire.
The shooting started here on Bobcat Lane, where the sheriff's office says the suspect had a dispute with his neighbor before shooting and killing him. That's also where the suspect stole one of many vehicles.
And there was a turn there, and he didn't give a signal. He just went, whoosh, I mean, really fast.
Loretta and Fred Costa say they were almost hit by the suspect, discovering what he did only later.
They just said they were looking for a silver car, but that was a silver car.
We were the ones to tell Loretta the driver more than likely was the shooter.
The shooter?
Yeah.
Oh, really? Oh my God, I'm surprised he didn't shoot us.
Later at the Rancho Tehama Elementary School, deputies say the shooter shot 2 children, both boys. Sharon is counting her blessings. Her grandchildren were not there.
She would have been in school today. This would have been her last year there, but they moved just about 6 months ago.
Yeah, and as bad as this is, that is what we are hearing from residents of this community. They're glad that at least the children are doing okay for the most part, except for those 2 boys who were shot, but they are expected to survive. And again, they say it could have been a lot worse at that school. It could have been a lot worse is what people keep telling us. But again, 4 people, that's a lot in this small rural community. Reporting live in Tehama County, Doug Johnson, Fox 40 News.
Doug, thanks so much. And of course,